Wow. So it's the eighth birthday celebration for Be.Live. I'm super, super excited. I'm here, KM here as well. What are your thoughts on today? How excited are you for this birthday celebration?
Oh, I'm so thrilled. I have been with Be.Live since before they were public. I was with them during beta. So to have an eighth birthday is just such an exciting celebration. How are you doing today, Grant?
I'm doing really well actually. Super excited. I've not been with them as long as you, but to see the transformation from the beginning till now is just unbelievable. And so, guys, please jump in the comment section, share your birthday celebrations, and we have got a fantastic, not just a great show, we've got some great guests lined up for you today as well. So I'm super, super excited, and we've got some giveaways as well.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited because somebody is getting some free Be.Live. There's some really good swag in there. I cannot wait to do the giveaway. So get in the comments now and then keep commenting the entire episode long.
Yeah. So again, coffee mugs, 8 months of free growth plan, and a lifetime of free Be.Live growth. That, if you're not in the comment sections for those prizes and those games and giveaways, then what's wrong with you? Definitely get on board as well. So yeah, we have got some great stuff. And kind of what brought you into live streaming, and how does it benefit your industry?
It's really interesting because I started live streaming a decade ago because I wanted to reach new viewers. I wanted to have those conversations. And the second live streaming became a platform for us, I was able to jump in and reach entirely new audiences. So I teach social media marketing professionally. I'm also a multi-time best-selling fiction author, and I recently launched my brand new puppy platform where I help dog parents to give their pups the best life possible. And so now I get to reach those three very different audiences in a way that allows them to connect with me. And so from the very second we had access to video, live streaming video, I jumped right in. But Grant, you've got a little bit of an interesting side to your live streaming. So how did you get into it?
For me, it was I'd done a little bit, but it was the pandemic that brought me to live streaming. I was a performer, and all of the same as everybody, the world stopped for the work that I was doing, and I used it as a way of reaching out and telling my story and the stories of my colleagues as well, other hypnotists.
Mhm.
Do you know what? It transformed my business. I travel the world now, and a lot of that is down to the fact of live streaming and making those connections and collaborating with other professionals. So yeah, I'm evangelical about live streaming, and especially about Be.Live.
And I love watching your live streams. You pop up on my socials all of the time. You have the most fun, the most colorful backgrounds. I always enjoy being in your presence.
Oh, thank you very much. And same for you. You're one of my favorite presenters online, and the work that you do is amazing. So,
Thank
and
you.
a prolific book writer.
Yeah, I do write a lot of those. If you are readers, get in the comments. Go ahead, leave it some love.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So we've got an icebreaker to start them off with, which I'm really excited about this one. It's always a bit of fun. There's no prizes for this first one. No, this is just for fun, and it's just to get you involved in that. And so, yes, we kind of would you rather, which is going to be an interesting thing. Would you rather on your birthday have aliens give you a tour of the galaxy, or erase one memory from your life as a gift? What would
I
what
feel
would
like
you do, KM?
I feel like these answers are going to be the prize. For me, I would definitely want a tour of the galaxy. I feel like it would be so fun just to see everything that exists around us, but I am especially a big fan of the stars. So get me up into space, get me all of those fun, fabulous things. That is just the elite thing I want to document on video and then put on my live streams. What about you, Grant?
Um, I would love the tour of the galaxy, um, but I do there's the odd memory that I wouldn't mind erasing, to be fair, and that's probably more embarrassment on my side rather than traumatic. But yeah, I think if the ability to control the galaxy is there, I'll find a way of doing that. So erasing a memory, yes, please.
Oh, I love it.
At
We're really
last, the
excited
tour.
because we wanna get your comments into the chat box. Go ahead and let us know, and we'll be checking out some of those in just a few minutes.
There we go. Daniel says, "Happy birthday! Thank you all for joining us." Absolutely, Daniel, doing amazing work as well. There we go. I'd take the tour. Tequila took the memories. Yes, absolutely, Dan. There, another great Be.Liver as well.
And we've got some really great Be-Livers with us here today. We've got some incredible guests from all different industries. So we're going to be checking in on how they got into live streaming, what they're doing with it, and their advice to you as well. We've got a really great schedule for us. So if you're joining specifically to watch somebody, give them a shout out in the comments and let us know what you're most excited to learn in today's live stream episode. We've got a lot of you hanging out in the comments. We're so excited to see each and every one of you.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. And yeah, if you have any questions as well, please feel free to jump in the comment section. But today is about having fun and celebrating 8 fantastic years live streaming. And so yeah, we have our first guest.
I'm so excited. We are hanging out with Laura Joseph. She is the owner of the Animal Behavior Center, and she specializes in positive reinforcement and animal behavior training. I am thrilled because I just launched my puppy platform within the last year. So let's get to talking about animals and how Laura is using it to then impact her live streams and her business through how she's connecting with her audience. Laura, how are you?
Laura, can you hear us?
We might have just a little bit of a glitch here, but get your questions for Laura in the comments. We are talking all about how she uses livestream
I
to
can't
work
hear
with her
anything.
animals, and we are going to get those questions answered for you. Grant, do you see any buttons out of place there?
No, everything seems good. Yes. Laura, if you give your screen a refresh, that should fix it.
Every once in a while, we have little tech hiccups while we are on
I
our
don't
live
think
streams.
so.
And you're going to see them in real time today, how we navigate those things so that you can do this as well. We're going to go ahead and take Laura off of the screen for a moment while she works on her sound, and we will make sure we are getting those questions answered for you as they are popping up. We're getting really great comments. You guys are the best hosts. That is so kind of you to say. Thank you so much. So excited to see the guests today, too. We are as well.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to have some really great questions that we are going to answer. And if we cannot get Laura's sound to work within just the next moment, we're going to go ahead and switch over to one of our other guests and have those great conversations, because we not only have an animal behaviorist, we've got some really fantastic people that you have seen on stage before. We've got people who you might have seen in different award-winning actress mode things. We've got some really cool interviews. We've got a podcast host. We have really cool people today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pull Camille up on screen, and we're going to go into her interview, which is really great because she has so much wisdom to share with Be.Live. Camille is the award-winning actress I just mentioned and the host of the E-Spot. She is known for engaging interviews and her role in Dawson's Creek, which we've talked about before on the Be.Live show, which you can watch on our YouTube page and Facebook. Camille, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me again. I always have a great time with the Be.Live
We
party.
always have such a good time with you. I love our interviews so much. When I heard you were going to be in this episode, I was so thrilled. So, for the people that don't know you, can you share your story behind the scenes of your podcast, The E-Spot with Camille, and what inspired you to start podcasting?
It's so funny because I guess, like much like everyone else, when the pandemic hit, it kind of switched things. But originally, I had worked with Be.Live in 2017, so I was already familiar with it. I worked with a different video show. And when my radio show that I was doing, because I was on radio, I had won Best Radio Personality. Literally, the party was March 1st. So 11 days later is when things started falling or closing out. And one of the publicists reached out to me who I just had helped her get booked her client on Extra TV. And she was like, they're canceling all in studio interviews. Do you know any podcasts? I need somebody to get my client's information. I'm like, give me 2 weeks. I know I could count on Be.Live to be right there for me to help me start my podcast. And they were, because you can easily record video and audio all in one. Because for me, editing video was so much easier than audio. So it helped me be able to make that smooth transition from radio to to podcasting, because as an actor, I've done self-tape. So I've edited video. I've never edited audio before. So it was a great opportunity for me.
I really love that you leaned into what you know. You used what you had at your disposal and what you shined at, and then translated that over into your podcast. That is such
Absolutely.
a good point and a great tip. If you guys love that, get into our comments and let us know. And I know you create a lot of content to market and to engage with your audience. So, as you were stepping into the podcast world, how do you see your journey evolving from the time you started to the time you are here right now as just the queen of live streaming?
Well, it's funny because when I look back at what I wanted to be as a kid in high school and junior high and college, none of this existed, right? Social media didn't exist. Google didn't exist. I'm aging myself now. Um, we just had
Same here.
Encarta, Expedia, and like MySpace. And so I
Yep.
couldn't have even dreamed of being able to produce, host, write, help other people also get their shows created and to be able to like create your own network in a way. And it's just the opportunities are endless because I know people who use it for voice acting, for videos, like just a way to make sure you get your voice out there. And how about this? I have a breaking news. Um, I guess I can share it. Yeah,
Oh,
I
do
can share it.
tell.
So last year, I filmed a pilot called Bridge Builders, which was this show where you interviewed all these different historical figures who are making a difference in the world, who have made a difference in the world. And it was just a pilot and it got picked up. I literally got off the phone with the producer at 10 o'clock. And this was something that he made a point of saying, we knew you could handle this because we saw your podcast.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, I
I
love
mainly had worked in acting, and even with my radio stuff, it was just promoting acting. So getting those opportunities, you don't even know. Like when I think of monetizing, that was my way of monetizing was your network is your net worth, right? So
Yep.
it's going to change my net worth being part of this network. So you guys got to go out there if you have the inclination or even if you're camera shy, there's ways for you to build past that and just really open up opportunities for yourself.
I love that we got that breaking news. I feel like we definitely need to have you back when this goes live, when you have more information on what is going to be happening with this. We want to hear more from you. And if you in the audience would like to hear more, now is the time to let us know as well. And Camille, you really leaned into saying how live streaming was building your network, and your network then allowed you to get more opportunities. So, can you talk to us a little bit more about how live streaming really has expanded your business, your reach, your connections, and the opportunities afforded to you?
Absolutely. So, I kind of leveraged the fact that I was an esthetician, that I was a spa director as well, as far as like trying to find sponsors that would work with that. Cause I go on air a lot of times without any makeup on. I do have sunscreen on today and like that's tinted, but for the most part, I try to stay very filter free and very
Mhm.
natural in a way so people could see that and also see that the different people that work on my face, it works, you know? I look like my filter. No, I'm kidding. So, but it was a matter of you really never know who you're meeting. So I would go to these different, like when I won best radio personality, from that, I was like, well, let's see what else I could win. And by winning more awards, I met more people and because they would have awards events. And when you meet these different people who are the top in your state or your country or your nation, it has no there's no other way for you to rise because they're all rising with you. So it just leverages your fact that you can say, I'm the number one influencer. I'm the number one podcaster. I've done this. I even have a Guinness World Record. Like there's different things that can help you stand out that you may not think about as leveraging, but you can. And when you do, you'll meet people who want to invest in you because maybe they haven't made a Diamond Award yet or received a Best On Air Personality Award. But because they know you have, they can connect to that. Maybe they're camera shy, but now you can speak for them and so on. So there's so many ways that you can leverage not only the networking part of it, but your podcast, your TV show, the fact that it's a video show, like there's so many different things you can show. I mean, the Amazon Live of it all. There's really endless opportunities once you just take that leap of faith. And I have to say, when I started, I used the webcam that was built into my laptop. I used my daughter's game console since they're not sponsoring me game console headset, like it was different things that you just there's this podcast company called Podfest that does all these different events and they make a point of saying start ugly, and I totally live with that. Like the idea is like at least you're doing it, like
Yeah.
just got to take that leap of faith in yourself.
Oh, I love that so much. So, one of the best pieces of advice that I have ever heard and ever given on live streaming is to start ugly, start where you're at, start with what you have access to, and then
Mhm.
build from there. So, Camille, as we're wrapping up today, I want to ask for the people who are ready to jump in and they're ready to start ugly and they're ready to start with what they have, what is your best piece of advice for growing with that to make sure they're getting to where they want to be?
I think the biggest thing is giving back. Like, there's nothing that inspires me more than talking to students that are interested in possibly podcasting. Going back to my alma mater, excuse me, I had a little bit too much coffee this morning, so my mouth is jumping ahead of me, and I have ADHD. So, as Paris Hilton says, it's like having a Ferrari with bike brakes. So, needless to say, there's times when my Ferrari is breaking through those brakes. But I will say, like, it's a lot of making like you don't realize how far you've come until you've spoken to someone who's starting from the bottom of it, like who's just getting started. And so sometimes
Yeah.
hearing that they want to be where you already are will really encourage you to be like, wow, they think I'm at where I'm at. Well, let's see what else I can do. Like it can be really inspiring. And even journaling, like keeping up with what made you start your show in the first place and making sure that you're true to that. And I have to say, because today is not only Be.Live's birthday, but it's my dad's 80th birthday. So I have to shout out Dwight Williams for his 80th birthday because I love him so much. And happy birthday to ya. To Be.Live and to my dad, of course. But I had to throw that in somehow.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And you
Thank
know what?
you.
When you have those beautiful moments, you should throw them out in your live streams. That's a great way to end today's conversation and a great takeaway for you. Camille, where can everybody continue to reach out to you after today's episode?
Well, they already put it in the comments. It's the easiest way to find all my socials is CamilleCoward.com. And I look forward to following you. I do have my account on private right now. So please follow me. I will follow you back and I will let you in. It's just I was getting too much spam.
Oh, I feel that. Thank you so much for joining us, and we
Thanks for
loved having
having
you here.
me.
We'll see you again next time, and keep us informed about your new show.
I will. I'm excited about it.
Awesome. Thank you very
Thanks
much,
again
Camille.
for having me.
Cheers. What a great guest.
I
And
know.
we've got some fantastic guests lined up for us as well. So, yeah. Shall we jump into the next game?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
always love a
This one
good
is an emoji move it challenge. So
Ooh,
that's going to be that is going to be interesting. So let me bring it up so we don't go with the we don't give the winners away straight away. So get in the comment section right now. Guess the move it based on these emojis, and you're going to win a prize for this one. We are giving away 2 Be.Live themed mugs. These mugs are amazing as well and great to have in your live streams. So we've got 2 emoji games to play, and you will win a mug for this. So guess the movie based on these emojis. I must admit, I saw this and it took me a second, but I like this one. This is a good one, and one of
I
my favorite films, actually.
I have to be honest, I saw the answers before I saw the emojis, so I probably couldn't guess, but I feel like since I know, that makes so much sense.
Yes, yes. So there's some people coming in the comment section there. Dan says men eye black. Ryan says men in black. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do we have a drum roll? I don't know if we have a drum roll. We've got an applause though. That's what we'll do. So we'll give it maybe another couple more guesses. That is
Drop those
the
guesses if you have them. And remember, if you were the first person to get it, you do get a Be.Live mug. And I remember back when I got my very first one, they sent it to me. It was beautifully designed. They sent
yeah,
it to their host back in the day. It had my name on it. It was so
yeah.
pretty. It's on my shelves. I use it all the time. I cannot get enough of it. So if you want a Be.Live mug, now is the time. Drop it down
Now
below.
is the time. Let's get ready for that reveal, shall we?
Oh,
We've
let's
got
do
some
it.
comments in there. Let's have a look. See if you got it right. Men in
Men
Black.
in
Well
Black.
done. We've got a couple of correct answers there as well. I think the first one in the comment section was Dan Goya. Dan, congratulations, Dan. Well done. Someone from the team will be in touch with you. So, but don't worry, you've got another chance to win another mug. So let's see this one. There we go. Oh,
Mm.
this, I got this one straight away. I love
I
it.
feel like one of those emojis is the key. That's
It
the one that you
One of
recognize
them.
first.
You're right. Yes, yes. Is it the guns? I think it
It's
might be that
gotta
one.
be, right?
It's gotta be the guns. It's gotta be. If in doubt, get them out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, make sure you drop those comments down below. We are watching to see who's going to get that first and get the mug. I don't get to play, but I already have a mug, so that's okay with me. But this is
Exactly.
going to be one of those fun mugs or fun prizes that you can then hold up in your live streams. You can show it to your friends. It's like a little status symbol. So this is definitely a fun one.
Do you know one thing that I love about the mugs is
Do
do a
tell.
good sized mug. So I'm
Yeah.
a big tea drinker, and I know when I start my live, because I talk a lot, I go through a lot of kind of fluids. So having a
Yes.
decent sized mug means I'm not going to run out of tea halfway through. Ryan has commented. We'll give it a chance for another comment or two to jump in the comment section, and then we'll reveal the winner of the second mug of this amazing 8th birthday Be.Live stream. Let's have a look. Ryan
I
says,
feel like I should have some confetti to throw around every time we say it's today's birthday.
yeah, that's what we're missing, confetti. Do you know
One
what? My studio is messy enough without having glitter everywhere.
That's just what I was gonna say. The one problem with confetti is after the live stream, you have to pick it up because I have done that before and I suffered the consequences of my
Yeah,
own actions.
yeah. Yeah, it's one of those lessons you learn. You do it once and then you go, maybe not again.
No,
So
digital confetti for the win.
yes, exactly. And so the winner of that, let's see if we've got an answer there. It is Guardians of the Galaxy. Ryan, well done to you. You've got yourself a Be.Live mug on its way. There we go. Lala says it makes sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. Brilliant. So let's get on with the show. We've been talking about guests. We've got another great guest. Are we gonna go with Lara or are we gonna go with Brian? Neil.
Let's
Who's Brian? Just make your name up. Just make your name
Oh
up,
my
Gun.
goodness. We have an invisible guest today. If you guys want to hear from our invisible guest, go ahead
Brian
and
is
let us
here.
know down below.
There we go. We'll jump on with Neil and then we'll get back to Lara.
Sounds
So yes,
perfect.
please do make him feel very welcome. He has been patiently waiting in this staging area down here. So yes, please do. Neil, from the British Council, no less, a bit of authority there, a bit of Britishness, which I must say I'm a little bit biased. But Neil, congratulations and welcome to the show.
No problem. Call me Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'm never going to live that down. Yeah. How to really build rapport with guests? Just give them a random name.
What's in a name?
Neil, tell us a little bit about you and what kind of brought you to live streaming.
Okay. Well, for people that don't know, I mean, the British Council is like the UK's international organization for cultural relations and education and so on. And so the part that I work with is specifically targeted for people who are learning English around the world, whether for their work or personal use or because they want to study or work in another country and so on. So you know, we have a big following on social media. So for our learner channels, we've got something like 8.5 or 9 million followers across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and so on. And so, you know, the big thing like that, we've got people from all over the world, from literally every country in the world. I think there's 195 countries in the world. I think we've got 180, so close enough. And the big problem is, you know, how to reach out to these people, how to connect with them. We can do it in a publishing way by putting stuff out, of course, on social media, on Facebook and Instagram and everything. But you know, it's about communication and community. So we really wanted the ways that we could speak to people, that they could speak to us, and that we could really, you know, give them a feeling that we were really connected in this kind of way. And that's where live streaming came in. You know, it's just a great way to kind of just reach as many people all over the world. And in our Be.Live streams, we honestly have every week we get different countries popping up, and you know, we always kind of keep track. And there's new places that we've never had before. We even had one person from Antarctica once, and one from Everest Base Camp join us live for things like that. So you know, it's great to kind of connect with all these people in all these different countries, from, you know, Cuba to Vietnam to Egypt to South Africa and every place within that in between. So that's really kind of
wow, that's amazing. Antarctica, that is definitely. I have reach envy, if that's such a thing. So how has content creation helped your organization educate and engage with your audience?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, as I think previously you were speaking about, you know, days gone by and so on, and we started this a long time ago, the technology wasn't really there, and we weren't really able to do what we wanted to do because we didn't want to just do like kind of webinar kind of things with people talking at the camera and stuff like that. We wanted it to be very interactive and for us to actually have dialogue and conversations. So live streaming has helped us to be able to develop a kind of new approach and new content in that way. And you know, with Be.Live, we've used all the features that are there. So we've done like interactive stories for Halloween and so on, where people, you know, choose their own adventure. We've done, you know, sharing things where we've had people come on and you know, during quizzes first and answer on camera. All these things that just wouldn't be possible in any other kind of platform than live streaming. And so, you know, it changes the way that we kind of approach the content. So it means that we're developing content that's designed to be really interactive, really instantaneous, easy to follow, for people with different levels. You know, if people are quite lower, you know, just beginning their kind of language learning journey, they can get something out of it and join in. People that are really good and already have excellent English can still get something out of it. So it kind of made us think about how we approach the way we speak to our audience to kind of, you know, really be able to speak to the most people possible in the way that's most useful, beneficial, and I guess friendly and open and, you know, equal, I guess, in the way that we speak to them. You know, we don't speak to them like we're the experts, listen to us. We talk to them and they talk to us. They ask us stuff, we answer, we suggest things, you know, they suggest things. You know, it's great. It's a dialogue. So it really works.
And I think that's what's great about live streaming. It's a two-way thing. It's
Yeah.
you're on the level with them rather than just being just you putting it down there. How would you say that kind of live streaming and Be.Live has kind of helped you delivering that educational content?
Well, one of the biggest challenges we faced was there was a couple of things. I mean, I don't know if either of you remember, a long time ago there was a platform called Blab that existed for a short period of time and then went. And that was one of the few that let you bring. So we have teachers from different countries. So in one meeting, we perhaps have someone in Tunisia, someone in Slovakia, someone in Spain, all on camera at the same time, all able to switch between them as the hosts, which is great, which is not so easy on, you know, some other ways. And likewise, we know we can share, we can invite people on camera, or we can just have people from the comments join in every kind of way that works with that. So it's remind me again just what the question was, because I kind of got lost in the middle.
How has kind of live streaming or Be.Live specifically helped you deliver that educational content to your community?
It's really in that way, because, you know, I mentioned that we've got students and followers from all over the world, but we've also got teachers all over the world. And it's, you know, we really want to be able to show that kind of diversity and have these, you know, both the teachers and the students there. And live streaming really kind of facilitates that, because it enables us to bring together, as I say, a diverse group of teachers at any time, to bring people in like you're doing today, you know, have guests pop in at any time. It's a different dynamic from, you know, more formal kind of webinar type things where we set it up with one person, one host, one guest, or two guests, or something like that. It's much more flexible in that, and, you know, so it enables us to reach people and interact more naturally, I guess.
Yeah, and that's it. It's that natural engagement, that natural interaction with people. What advice would you give to other kind of organizations, especially educational ones, that are looking about elevating their outreach through platforms like this?
I think the first thing is I mean, it's basically the same advice I'd give to people about any teaching, is to put the students and the audience at the center. Put that at the center of your thinking. Awesome. And you know, what you're doing, how you plan, what you do, how the whole thing works, and where you go with it. Don't start from the point of view of, okay, I'm going to teach people this, or I have this and I'm going to tell them this, because that's, you know, there's a million people doing that already, and some of them are great, some of them are not so great. You know, it's more about the difference, the reason for using live streaming rather than using, you know, educational videos or anything else like that, or webinars or anything. The reason for using it is, like you said, it's about the interaction. So really build that at the heart of what you're doing. Think about what's going to be in it for the people watching you. How are they going to be able to take part? How are they not just going to be sitting there listening to you for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 45 minutes, but how are they going to be joining in? And then, you know, how can you design your content to take advantage of that? And like I mentioned, you know, we've done it in lots of ways in terms of interactive, you know, videos and audio and as well as just the lessons and the question and answer sessions. So just to try to make the interaction the center of what you plan, and then build your content from that, and then I think you'll reach an audience.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant advice. No matter what industry you're in, that's fantastic advice. If people want to reach out and connect with you, how can they do that?
Well, like I said, we have our Facebook, Learn English British Council Facebook. We have Instagram, British Council English. We have our YouTube channel, Learn English again, British Council Learn English. And the other great thing about Be.Live that I like is that we can broadcast to those simultaneously. So we have different audiences. They're not the same people on each channel. And even on Facebook, for example, or Instagram, we have different audiences within that. So, we can reach out to everyone at the same time in that way across the different channels. So through any of our social media channels, they can find us and hopefully join and watch. We do live streams 3 times a week, so there's no shortage of opportunities. So.
Fantastic. Well, Neil, thank you very much for joining us on this fantastic celebration of the 8th birthday of Be.Live. And, congratulations and well done on the amazing work that you're doing with Be.Live and your community as well. Thank you very much, Neil.
No problem. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cool.
Oh, that was so fantastic. I loved hearing from Neil. I'm actually a former school teacher, so everything he was saying about meeting students on their level, getting them to participate just was so meaningful and so connected. I had such a fun time listening to that. If you guys have questions or comments or things you want to talk about, now is the time to get into our comment section and let us know. And Grant, do you feel like maybe we should play another game?
Do you know what? Let's play a game.
I think we should do another game.
A great game lined up, which is it's the 2 truths and 1 lie game. So
That's always such a fun one. I feel like it's always so interesting trying to discover which one is the lie, because some people are really good and really crafty about it. So for 2 truths and a lie today, we need you to get into our comments. We are giving away more prizes. Grant, what's our prize this time?
8 months. 8 months to celebrate the 8th birthday of the Be.Live growth program. This is a fantastic prize. I mean, the last prize was good. This is amazing. So get in the comment section and answer this quiz.
Okay, so for this one, 2 truths and a lie, Be.Live released all of the following features this year: team accounts, the lottery jar, and the intro videos. Which are the truths and which one is the lie? Now is the time to drop your ideas, your thoughts on this one in the comment section. For 8 months of Be.Live, you do not want to miss out on this one. We are leveling up every single time we are doing a game. We're giving away great prizes. The next one's really good too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They just keep getting better and better and better. So yeah. Yeah, and do you know what? Just touching on the point that you said earlier, whilst people are dropping those comments in, I think people that have a background in education tend to be great live streamers because you do it from the point of view of that audience as well. So
yeah,
it is good to know that as well. Ryan says team account and intro videos. The lottery jar is the lie.
Well, we will see in a few minutes, won't we? Drop your ideas down in the comments. And Grant, I have to know, of these 3, which is your favorite? Do you like the team accounts, the lottery jar, or the intro videos the best?
It's like you can't have a favorite child or favorite pet. Like for convenience, team accounts. I love that. I do a couple of different live streams with different things, and it means other people can do some of the legwork for me. So team accounts is brilliant for that. Intro videos just saves time. But the lottery jar is I think it's my most fun one. It is my favorite in the sense of, because there's the drama of somebody winning something. So we'll demonstrate that in a bit as well. So yeah, that is a really great one. So guys, don't forget, for 8 months of the growth program, all you got to do is just comment the 2 truths and a lie on this.
I love looking at these different features and using them in creative and unique ways. I think for me, I really love the team accounts that people can help us out, but the intro videos is also really good, not just as an intro, not just as your theme song, but if you know you need to start your live stream really strong and hook people in those first literally under 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You can pre-record your intro, that very first line where you're telling people what you're going to learn, and play it so that no matter what happens, that is delivered as a strong hook for your live stream, and then you can jump into having those conversations with people.
There we go. Top tip from a professional. This is why you tuned in, to get these golden nuggets of information. There we go. I'm scribbling that down right now as we speak. Absolutely great way of starting your show. Yeah, don't think of it as the intro. Think of it as a way of being your hook to get people in.
Yeah. Save
Shall
yourself a
we
lot of
reveal
time
it?
and stress. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Drum roll, please. And the answer is the lottery jar. There we go. If you guessed the lottery jar as being the lie, let's have a look what we've got. Ryan says team accounts and intro videos too, lottery jar lie. And Olivier says lottery jar false. But I think the winner has got to be Ryan on that. Congratulations, Ryan. 8 months of the growth program, and use it wisely. Well done, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Dan says my intro video is the best thing about my podcast.
There you go.
Dan,
and you know why?
did
It's
some
because
great
you
intros.
created it in advance and you had a lot of time and effort to put in. So it always goes really well.
Exactly. Shall we have a guest?
I think we should. It's been a minute since we talked to anybody, and I'm really excited because Laura is coming back. We are going to be talking with her as long as our tech works well, so cross your fingers for us. Laura Joseph is the owner of the Animal Behavior Center. She specializes in positive reinforcement and animal behavior training. I am thrilled to talk to her. Let's get her up on screen and give a big round of applause in the comments section as we are jumping in and talking about one of my favorite topics, animals. Laura, how are you?
Good. How are you? And I'm
Yes.
so sorry about that. The sound was working fine, and then as soon as it went, it transferred to my phone.
Well, thank you for being so flexible and me moving things around and making this work for us. We really appreciate it. So let's jump in. Let's talk a little bit about you. Can you tell us your story behind the Animal Behavior Center?
Sure. So we are in an international educational center where we teach people all over the world how to use the science of behavior called applied behavior analysis with any animal, no matter what the species: giraffe, alligator, lemurs, what have you. So that's what we do. And what we do is we show people you don't have to use force at all. You don't have to use aversive methods. And I've been wanting to live stream. I've been doing this for so long, and I've been wanting to live stream this. Before I say anything else, I just want to say happy birthday, Be.Live, because I've been using you guys for so long. I don't even know how long, but obviously not more than 8 years.
That is my exact process with this. How long has it been? Oh, it's their 8th birthday. That's how long.
Yeah, so I picked Be.Live from the get-go.
Yeah.
And Neil was talking earlier about using Blab. I was one of those people on with Blab, and then I found Be.Live, and I have not switched.
We love a loyal person. And when you find something that works for you, you can learn how to make it work even better for you. So let's lean in a little bit, Laura. Tell me a little bit about what led you to start your content creation and how that journey has been for you.
So I have a history in film and communications,
Okay.
and a great interest in psychology, and it all just kind of came together. Um, yeah, I started working with animals, using this information. When I was studying, taking master level classes in applied behavior analysis, I had no intention of owning my own business, live streaming, none of this. But I was in with these animals, all different types of raptors, owls, turkey vultures, falcons that I was working with, and I was like, people need to see this happening live, unedited, so they can see. And I'm one that says, if I make a mistake, I'll just say, especially if I'm live streaming, people learn from seeing those mistakes, and it makes you real, knowing that it happens to everybody. The key is how you recoup from these mistakes. So, and that's what I love about live streaming because it's unedited, it's raw, it's in your face, and it shows people I can do this too. This is real. Because when we edit our work, for me, it just shows that you're just editing out your mistakes. And I'm the first one to tell you I make mistakes. I just make sure I learn from them. I show them on my live streams, and people love that truth.
Yeah. That is such a good point. And we talked a little bit about how you are now impacting the community because you're showing the mistakes, the messy side, and how things are happening in real time. But the beauty of live streaming and connecting with an audience is that they also impact us. So, with your live streaming journey and the content that you are creating, how has that then impacted the business that you have started?
It is my business. um, yeah, I mean, on Sunday mornings when I live stream through Be.Live, I always say we're an international educational people center showing people all over the world how we empower animals and the people that care for them. What was the question? I'm sorry.
How live streaming has impacted your organization?
Oh,
What has
it's
it done
what
for you?
it is the core of
Yeah.
our business. We live stream with numerous different species of animals. Like I said, on Sunday mornings, I'm using Be.Live where I will go live with a giraffe. I will go live with different types of primates. I will jump in with the alligators and go live and show people because people don't think, they don't know. They're like, how do you do this? And I was like, jump on my live stream. I'll show you exactly how I do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, my whole business is about live streaming, and it has been prior to COVID. Now a lot of people are live streaming, and a lot of people, when they see me live stream on Be Live, they see like I'm watching you guys doing what you're doing on the stream, and I'm like, I know how they do that. I know how they're getting that. They see all of this, and I get asked a lot, what streaming service do you use?
That's fantastic. We love a good shout out. We love when people recognize that you're doing something that they have seen before or they've experienced, and then that enables them to do this as well. And on that very specific note, there are people watching today, and there are people who are going to be watching the replay who want to do this as well, who see what you're doing and the work that you're doing in education and animal awareness. So, how can organizations like you who are looking to create similar content build that online presence and raise awareness for their missions?
You know, um, I know Be Live has a lot of different functions that I am not taking advantage of.
Mhm.
And I need to sit down and take the time to watch your tutorials because I know they're there. I see them come through my emails. Um, just, and I'm all about teaching people about behavior with animals and with people. So I'm going to suggest to viewers shape your comfort, which means start easy, start small, whether that's live stream for 2 minutes. If you want to use one of the functions, just pick one live stream, use that function, use it, understand it. Next time you live, try another function, then use the first one, then the second one. Um, Build your confidence. And I was hearing Neil talking earlier. Just there's never going to be a perfect time to live stream because, like Grant and I were talking before this started, we're our own biggest critics. And if we try to make everything perfect, we're not going to do it. Just jump on and do it. If you want, live stream to a small group and ask people for constructive criticism. How did I do? Did I stutter too much? Am I saying too much? And just work on it. I mean, if the Animal Behavior Center is getting ready to turn 12 years old. I live streamed. I've tripped, I've fallen in my live streams. I've had a monkey jump on my shoulder and I was like not expecting that. But it just be real. Just start it.
Oh, I love that. Work with what you have, show the real authentic version of what you're doing, and then go all in and learn as you go. Such good takeaways from today's episode. Lara, if people want to connect with you after today's episode, and I'm positive they will because you have animals in your content, I will be all over that. Where can everybody reach out to you?
You can always reach out to me. My email is on our website, theanimalbehaviorcenter.com. I know I live stream a lot on the Animal Behavior Center's Facebook page and our YouTube channel.
Fantastic. Well, we cannot wait to check out your social medias. Thank you so much for being here with us today. This was such a great conversation, and I feel like we're going to connect after today's episode as well.
Sounds good. Happy birthday.
Thank you, and happy early birthday to you as well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Cheers. Thank you very much, Lara. There we go. What absolute great guests today.
I know.
Healy's in the comment section as well. Stephen Healy, how are you, buddy? So, yeah. A monkey, though. A monkey. I've had some stuff happen in the stream, but I've never had a monkey jump on my shoulder. Again, I'm a little bit jealous. So,
Me
yeah,
too.
that's really cool.
Me too. Sometimes I find people who work with animals, they just get to do the coolest things, and I'm so jealous. And I feel like through live streaming, I get a little bit of that. I get to experience that. Even if I'm not there in person, it brings it into my reality, which is such a great way to connect with new people.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, everyone's kind of coming across with the same message as well. It's about authenticity. It's about stuff goes wrong. Don't worry about that. That's what makes it real. That's what people connect with. And every guest has said the same thing. And so, it's the imperfections that make people connect with us. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, brilliant. So yeah,
That's
cool.
so
We've got a great prize coming up, and I want everyone to be ready for it, because this isn't just a mug. And the mugs are great, but it's not a mug. It's not 8 months of a growth plan. This is a lifetime of the Be.Live growth, but a lifetime. Can we say that one was a lifetime, which is a long time for some of us. And
Can
so,
you imagine being here for an hour, celebrating with us, hearing all this great information, meeting all these cool people, and then walking away with an entire lifetime of the ability to do this as well?
yeah.
That is like the ultimate prize that we could give out here at Be.Live.
And what could you achieve with that as a resource? It is going to be, it'll take whatever industry you're in and help take you to the next level, which is what we are all about here at Be.Live. So yeah, just not alligators. We're not giving away an alligator, Nick. But good guess though.
Listen, if you need to talk about alligators, you might need to go find Lara's social medias and hit her up over there and have that conversation, because she has the connections.
Yes. I must admit, as pets go, I'm a cat man. Alligators, I think they're a bit too high maintenance for me.
As a dog mom of 3, I will say cats are probably a little bit less maintenance than the pups and the alligators and the giraffes.
Yeah, giraffes, bless them. So our next game is going to be. Oh, in fact, do you know what? Let's go into our next guest. Mark is here.
Oh,
He's in
fantastic.
the staging area.
Let's
There we go.
go.
That is amazing. I'm really excited to speak to Mark as well. Mark is a property entrepreneur, which I think if you're in any industry, that is the industry to be in at the moment. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to kind of hear his insights. So, guys, please make him feel very welcome. Don't forget, this is your chance to ask those questions. We're bringing you people from different areas, different niches, and kind of sharing their stories. So please make Mark feel very, very welcome. Mark, how are you?
Yeah, it's good. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you loud and clear. So, yeah, it's fantastic. So, yes, great to have you on. What got you started with your channel, and what inspired you to share your journey through content?
Yeah, good. Yeah, thanks for asking that. So, yeah, first of all, I was just doing Facebook Lives myself. I'd started investing in property. I've been in previous IT industry, and then I kind of went on some training and figured we can invest in property without using our own money. Yeah, so it was like, okay, so I got to attract investors. I got to reach people. So I started doing like Facebook Lives, and I would literally just pull out my phone and I'd just go ahead and do that. Yeah, so I was documenting my journey, and then at some point I was like, okay, I want to reach more people. We built a portfolio. I think in 18 months we're at about 4.5 million, still using none of our own money. And I was like, okay, now's the time to let's reach more people. So I wanted something that was going to allow me to go across like multiple platforms, and that's actually when I across Be.Live, and it allowed me to then, not just do the Facebook, because it was time consuming to say, well, I did it on Facebook. Now let's take the video, edit it or do something, put it on another platform. So I just say, look, I just want to press go. And that's why I love Facebook Live so much, because it was just like press go. There was no like messing around. And so then when we came across Be.Live, it was like, yeah, okay, good, let's set it up. So then what I actually started doing in 2018 is I just started doing like, I mean, you could call it a podcast, but it was just like live streaming podcast, just adding value, talking about, what the projects we'd been doing, talking about basically how to do it, because I wanted to add more value and attract more investors. But at the same time, towards the end of 2018, so many people was contacting saying, oh, can you help me? Can you help me? So I thought, okay, so we started coaching some people, we started training, we put some training together, and it totally exploded. And up until recent times, because now we only do it in certain weeks of the month, from 2018 up until basically halfway through 2024, I was using Be.Live every single week just to go live at the same time. So we was going live at 7 o'clock UK time on a Monday to just basically talk about whatever's going on in the news, or sometimes I'll bring guests on, just exactly like what you guys are doing, bring guests on. So yeah, it was really cool for us to do that and reach more people. And it's pretty cool that they give us all the stats of like how many congruent viewers do we have, so we could see the performance of what was happening through Be.Live and actually compare it to, well, what happens if we just edit a video and post it versus we went live stream? What does YouTube do? What does and then now I started going on LinkedIn as well, because LinkedIn wouldn't let me go live for a while. You have to apply for it. But as soon as we got that, then we had that working as well.
Yeah, and it's great that Be.Live have always been at the forefront of kind of getting those new connections with different platforms as well, which has been amazing. What's been your experience of kind of using content creation to help others achieve success?
Yeah, I mean, look, if we go back to the days of like, how do you learn? Like, you're going to learn from either school, which is not really a thing I want to rely on, or you're going to learn from the people around you. And what the internet has given us is like access to information that would normally have took years to reach us, that we now can get pretty much instantly, or at least within days. So like, where for me, growing up on a council estate, having no money, having a tough upbringing, like I've only got the advice of those people around me. Now I can actually go and seek other advice. I just wanted to pay on that favor, like I wanted to just add the value to the people. We give so much away for free. I mean, yeah, of course, we charge for stuff as well for people who are dead serious, but I remember I spent years getting free content before I started paying for coaching and mentoring. Yeah. So I know how valuable free content is, although, I obviously get better results when I started paying for, real training, real mentors, real one-on-one interaction. But if it wasn't for the free content that I was getting in the first place, I wouldn't have got to that place. So I know that it can inspire other people. Basically, it can transform their entire life.
Yeah, absolutely. A great story there as well. Yes, absolutely. So in the financial space, trust, especially online, trust is a massive issue. How do you kind of balance that, creating educational and entertaining content while still maintaining trust with your audience?
Yeah, good question. I mean, our brand is called Real Life. And one of the things I like about just going live is like a lot of people, they edit podcasts. And although there's world-class podcasts out there that are edited, I actually like, one is the speed and the convenience of it. But the other thing is like, there's no way I can edit it because I'm live, so it's like, we're just real. We're just having real conversations. If there's stuttering, if there's, I'm not sure, I don't know the answer to a question, we're just live. And it's like, I think people just love that, because it's like, we're not making anything up. We're not edited it to make it look cool or whatever. It just is what it is.
Yeah, absolutely spot on. How's live streaming and Be.Live kind of help you reach more people and grow your community?
I think one of the biggest things, like the combination of Be.Live, but also just saying Monday, 7 o'clock, like we're going live, like just made it consistent, and then obviously being able to go across multiple platforms. So it lets you download it. We just rip the audio and put it on podcasts as well. Yeah, so we can reach, I don't know what it is, something like 56 different podcast platforms. I think we put it on now.
Wow.
So it's the consistency, like, especially like content creators. There's many obviously avenues that people go down, but like, let's say if you call it like, coaching, consultants or trainers or whatever, there's so many of them these days. They just come and go all the time. Yeah. So it's like, so what this has given me is like, hey, listen, I'm consistent. I've been here for years. Like, I ain't going nowhere. It is what it is. People can comment, people can ask questions. Some people hate. I actually enjoy that because, like, while it's live, I can actually answer it live right there if I see it come up. Versus if it's a video, I probably never go and watch my videos again. So, like, I wouldn't reply to the comment.
Yeah. And all engagement is good engagement. So yeah, absolutely. So what advice would you give someone that's kind of looking at, starting out in creating content and putting their stuff out there? What kind of tips or advice would you give them?
But you just got to get started, like, it's going to be far, far, far from perfect. I mean, I feel comfortable these days, just talking in front of people. I talk in front of thousands of people all over the world. So I've had like more practice. But like, if I go back and look at my videos when I first started, like, it's like, I don't know how you can get embarrassed when you're by yourself. That's just some weird human nature thing. But I'm watching my videos thinking, what am I wearing? What am I saying? Like, why did I do that? But then I think, well, if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have got more confidence, figured it out, realized what doesn't work, what doesn't get interaction. But one of the other pieces of advice is I wouldn't worry too much. Like, I think what people get worried about is they see all of that, like the main, like, if you're seeing stuff on social media, it's because it's served to you. And then obviously, so you're only really going to see the things that like thousands and thousands of people are seeing and liking and commenting. And I think when someone starts out, they expect to be like that. And it's like, no, you're going to do stuff that hardly anyone watches. Yeah. Hardly anyone, probably no one comment or like on it. And then a lot of people, they just stop. But like, I believe everyone's got a message, everyone's got a gift, they've got some information, they've got some experience. If anything, you've got experience to share. Yeah, so I think people should be doing that and not worry about how many likes, comments, or views you get. I mean, even if you get a few hundred views, can you imagine how much effort without creating content, to get your face in front of hundreds of people? If you had to go, because I used to, like, one of my jobs years ago was knocking on doors. You know how long it would take me to get in front of 100 people to actually see my face and even pay attention to me for 3 seconds? It would take me weeks for that to happen. Now you can do it in hours.
Yeah, that's great advice. Great advice. Going back to something you said then as well about, like, you look back at your older ones. I love looking back at some of my early live streams because I don't see the changes as it evolves over time. But then sometimes you look back at some of those early ones and go, wow, that was what was I thinking wearing that? So you go back there and it's you see that change, and it's a great motivator when you get those times when you are a bit like, struggling through to kind of reach through. So yeah, it's a great thing to look back on them. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Mark, thank you for coming on and sharing, your story with us as well. How can people reach out to you?
Follow the social media. Like, that's how we get in. Go, if you just Google Mark Harvey Real Life, then the Facebook or the LinkedIn or the Instagram or the YouTube or the Real Life Group website would come up. Yeah, or you might start finding other stuff as well from publications. Yeah, and I guess actually this is how people do find me. Like radio stations and magazines and newspapers and even TV shows that I've been on as well. It's like they all found me through social media. So again, that's another reason I think, one of the things, some people may or may not know him, Russell Brunson, the marketing genius. I remember he said one thing. He said, look, you just got to start doing it so you can find your voice. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. So if people want to start following, we're just very supportive. We're very encouraging. We like to help people overcome all the problems and challenges. We're far from saying, hey, everything is hunky dory, you get, financially free in 5 seconds. We're not into that stuff. We're into like, hey, it's going to be a problem. There's going to be a challenge, So if you want to jump on, my social media or my YouTube or whatever, we're constantly just talking about how do you solve the problem. When it goes wrong, what you're going to do, not when everything's going right, because it never does. So yeah, that's what people would get if they start following.
And it's easy when everything's going right. You know, the challenges, the delivery of the value, that all happens when things are a challenge. And the good thing is that's when everybody else stops. And if you keep going, that's what kind of creates that success. So yeah, Mark, I'm really excited to kind of start following you as well. You stuff looks amazing, and so really, really well done.
Thank you, appreciate it, and appreciate you guys inviting me on too. It was amazing.
Fantastic. Well, guys, do make sure you follow him on his social media. And Mark, thank you for joining us on this 8th birthday celebration of Be.Live. There we go. KM, these guests are just phenomenal. So we've got people from different niches across the board, from financials to animals. It's just absolutely amazing. I'm really, really pleased. Yeah, it's been spot on.
I feel like we have had so many good nuggets in this episode, but they also build on each other. We have authenticity. We've got start where you are now and learn how to grow and expand. And, you know, it really just relates so much back to today's celebration. We are 8 years of Be.Live. We have started from the very beginning, and we've seen Be.Live start and grow tremendously over these years. They've added so many new features. They've brought so many great presentations and tutorials and just so much help to the community to empower us to reach out and engage with others, grow our own businesses, and do better at growing our businesses to be more profitable, to be more stable, and to be more out and present. So, do you think maybe we should talk a little bit about how they've grown recently?
Let's have a look at the year in review.
I love
So yeah, there's been some amazing kind of developments, and every year there's something amazing, and every time they do something new, I'm always like, oh, what a great feature!
Nice, right?
Yeah, and I don't know where they
always
get their
so impressed.
inspiration, but yeah, when something new comes out, I'm like, that's exactly what was needed. So yeah, so let's have a look at some key updates from the past year. So yeah, this one, this is again one of my favorite ones. The snake, for me, when that came out, I'm competitive.
I
So I
know.
was on everybody's live stream, and I was making sure I was the one at the head, and it gamified engagement, which for what we do is exactly what we need. We need those comments for the algorithm, and it gave people a reason to break that fourth wall and get involved. So that for me was amazing. The snake.
I know, you're such a big fan of it. I watched you in all of the Be.Live episodes show up and comment and making sure that you were always there and always at the front and you were always engaged, but you love using it on the show as well. I've always really admired the way that you leverage it in your content.
Absolutely. And the lottery jar, not only did they release it, they released it and then tweaked it and made it even better as well. I love the fact that you can now, you can select certain keywords. So only when people say those keywords does they then go into the lottery jar to be picked for a winner. And I think a lot of live streamers, again, we're needing that reason to get people to engage with the comment section. And that really does help. And again, if you're doing giveaways, if you're doing prizes, if you're anything like that, it's perfect for it because you can do that whole comment this word to be entered into this. And so that is a great thing. Barbara then says she forgot all about the snake. Do you know what? There's loads of features with Be.Live that sometimes you get used to just doing what you're doing and you forget about some of the newer features and you go, oh, let's go back and just, reintroduce that. And it gives your audience something new to look at, new to engage with. So that is a brilliant thing. Yeah, I love the snake.
Well, and Laura had a great point earlier. Sometimes it does get a little bit overwhelming with all of the features. So if you realize you haven't used something in a while or you haven't used it at all, maybe your next live stream is the time for you to test it out and to feature it and use it specifically in that one live stream so that you get used to it, you get familiar with it, you get comfortable with it, and then you won't forget in the future for when it is applicable to what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's one of the things that got me into Be.Live to start with. That it's intuitive and it's simple. It's not, you're not overwhelmed with stuff. To go live is really simple. And then if you want to add these little extra elements, like she was saying, you just start growing and developing as you go through. It just makes a massive difference. So yeah, but yeah, they were definitely two of my favorite features and probably most used as well.
Yeah, but that's not all.
Oh,
We also have our team accounts, which I was so excited about when that first launched because it means that I can host and I can do all the things, I can organize all those pieces, but while I'm on air, I can also have somebody helping me out. Somebody can come in, hit the buttons, they can deal with things, they can help me set things up. It saves me time and effort and stress, and it was something I waited for a really long time. So now that we have it, I am thrilled.
yeah. And it's one of those great examples of where, you know, the Be.Live developers listen to the community about, you know, what are we looking for? What do you need? Let us deliver that for you. And when this was done, it was like, oh, this is exactly what is needed. So yeah, I was really, really so pleased with that. Yeah, and again, it's also great that it gives the co-host, your team members, they can go in, they can download, they can edit, they've got access to all of this stuff, they've got access to your behind the scenes, so it really helps you become more productive, deliver better shows. And how cool is it to have a production team? So yeah,
Yeah.
really, really cool.
It really is helpful as you're growing, as you're leveling up, as you're changing and developing more of what you're doing via that live stream. Being able to implement a team into that process really impacts what we're doing. Just like today's episode, we have a whole team of us working on today's live stream. We've got all of the behind the scenes people. We've got some incredible Be.Live people who are here helping, supporting, and creating a lot of what you're seeing today. You've got us on screen, Grant hitting all of the buttons today. Huge shout out to Grant in the comment section because he is the mastermind behind all of the button pushing today, getting people on and off screen, making sure everything is the way that it needs to be. And I have to say thank you that I don't have to be the person doing that today, Grant. So thank you from the bottom of my heart that you were the button pushing person for today.
We are not there yet.
You're doing such a good
Anything
job,
could still
though.
happen, so we are not there yet. So yeah, the team features absolutely up there with one of my favorite features as well. And again, another great feature, one of the most recent ones, which does really brilliantly, is the intro videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was mentioned earlier, and I think it was you that said it, that
Yeah.
use your intro as a hook. You know,
Yep.
don't just use it as a, you know, singing, dancing animation. Use it as a hook to grab your audience's attention within those 3 seconds.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people use it as an intro for like their music or their logos. I've also seen people use it as a countdown for when they're going to be starting just to kind of get people drawn in. But I love the idea of having that just as your first couple of sentences so that you can pre-record that, know exactly what it's going to say, make sure you have that really strong, valuable hook so that when people are watching on the replay, they don't feel like you're wasting their time. And that way it's said this very specific way you need to, and not a panic version of it that I sometimes get when I hit that go button. I forget what I'm going to say and I stumble over my words. So pre-recording that as a hook and playing that as that intro is a total game changer.
It's such a great idea because, like you said, sometimes life gets in the way. You hit that button, and the moment you've hit that button, anything can happen. I've had the lights go out. I've had
Yep.
stuff fall over. I've had all sorts of stuff happen. And so to have something at the beginning, at that crucial moment in those 3 seconds when you want to get the audience's attention, you've got something solid to really draw them in. So yeah, great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Lions is great stuff too.
Well, thanks, Ryan. And of course, we would be remiss if we didn't pull some other people into today's episode. So, in my comment section, who from Be.Live might you all want to hear from as we are celebrating today's 8th anniversary? Yep, see,
And-
live streaming. The 8th birthday and the anniversary of Be.Live. Drop it down there as we are celebrating today all the really cool accomplishments that Be.Live has done.
Mm, mm. And again, the team behind it is just phenomenal.
Oh, for sure. I always love chatting with them, and they're always so good about managing things very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to wait very long to get an answer, to get a fix, to get help, to get somebody there to support you. This is by far the best customer service of any of the companies I work with, and I've worked with a lot of them. This is by far the best.
And when something doesn't go right, the support, the team and support are phenomenal. And
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, it's a grant issue.
It's a KM issue.
Exactly. And they're always very polite in how they put that across to me. They kind of go, have you tried doing this? I'm like, of course I've tried doing that. And then I do that. I'm like, fixed. I'm like, yes, maybe. Maybe.
Yep, we love those. But of course, we couldn't do this without you, our audience, as well. So thank you so much for being here for 8 years of support, of loyalty, of using Be.Live to then connect with your audience and bring them into our sphere as well. You are what makes the live stream community what it is, and you are what makes the live stream community so incredibly wonderful. And we want to hear from you as well because we want to continue to grow here at Be.Live.
Yeah.
So get into the comments and let us know what features do you want to see from Be.Live in the coming year. We want to know specifically what's going to help you, what's going to allow you to grow, what's going to enable and empower your community. Give us your ideas in the comments because the dev team is paying attention. We're taking all of these to them and seeing what we can implement into Be.Live to make it even better in the next year for you.
Yeah, yeah. And so we've asked people who they would like to hear from in the comment section, and a few people, Stephen says, Daniel, Daniel's coming up as well. Yeah, there's lots of people kind of, so as if by magic, let's see what we can do here.
Ooh, let's bring a little bit of birthday magic.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to all Be.Live users.
Happy birthday! Thank you so much for joining our special day and celebrating with us our unique and amazing platform.
Thank you so much for being part of our journey. You are the Be.Livers, the most creative, authentic, lively people that we know. And thank you so much for being part of us.
Thank you so much for being a part of the journey, for supporting, for sending your feedbacks, for sending the great and warm words that you are sending to our team, and actually for being here and celebrating with us.
Enjoy your day, enjoy our day, and enjoy Be.Live.
Have a great one. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy birthday, Be.Live.
Awesome. And so now's the time. We mentioned it. What features are you wanting to see Be.Live bring in? What do you want? What's going to make your live streams better? And when you do that, you're going to go into the tip jar, which you'll see there now. And that will be your chance to win.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Lifetime, just say this one, a lifetime of growth plan for Be.Live. So please drop those suggestions in the comment section now. I want you guys to go crazy with your suggestions, no matter how crazy or wild. We want to have those in here now. And like I said, they are listening.
Whatever your wild idea is, I'll use it. So please say it. If I haven't thought of it yet, please say it. We want to know exactly what will help you the best, what will help your community to grow. And when you do, you get entered into the jar for a lifetime. That means the entirety of the rest of your business and life, you get to live stream to your audience, to grow your community, to inform your conversations, to build up what you're doing in your business, to be more profitable, to be more engaging. You have a free lifetime of the ability to do that simply by telling us what you want to see more of. So not only is one person getting an entire lifetime, but you're getting all those new fancy, fun, fabulous features as well. So drop it down. Let us know what features do we need to look at for next year.
Yeah, Maurice says there keyboard shortcuts so you can use his Stream Deck. Maurice, it's already there. So you can use your Stream Deck already right now with it, which is that for me, when they released that, I was like, wowzers, what a great feature. So yeah, really pleased with that. But yeah, great suggestion. But yeah, do check out, you have got shortcuts in your settings so you can use your Stream Deck. And I love to use mine as well. There we go. Stephen says keyboard shortcuts are in your studio now. I know both me and Stephen love our Stream Decks. Olivia, co-streaming.
Ooh, yes, I would love co-streaming. If we can get on multiple platforms for multiple people, that is such a good idea.
Great suggestion. Great suggestion. Keep them coming in. And like I say, this is for a lifetime of growth, and they're going into that lottery jar there. So get those comments in, Maurice. Yeah, you got to get back in and exactly. Go back in, check out all the features. You will be surprised, and they're always growing and developing. And that is done by moments like this where you get your chance to jump in and give your suggestions.
And you know what? This is such a great sign for you all to jump back in. If you haven't been live streaming in a minute, now's the time. Or if you haven't done something extra special, this is your signal to really go all out in your next live stream through Be.Live to reach your community.
Yeah, yeah. I was in the US a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to someone, and they were asking me about my live stream and what platform I use, and I've said Be.Live, and the person in question is like, "Oh, I remember Be.Live, and I've not used it for years. I didn't know it could do that." And I'm like, "Go back in, check it out. You will be amazed at how much it has grown and developed."
Yeah, in just 8 years too. They have grown so much and developed so many new features and functionalities for us. I remember when it was in its infancy, and just the dramatic changes we've seen from year to year, even month to month,
Yeah,
is so incredibly helpful for us as content creators.
yeah. Oh, great suggestion there as well. Transcription.
Yes. Oh, we love a good transcription.
Yeah. And this is the great thing about these moments, because it's finding those things of like, what do we need? What do we want? That we don't think we know that we need sometimes.
Oh, yeah, so true. Until you talk to somebody and they have an idea that sparks an idea for you, you don't even realize that you needed certain things. But I've gotten so many great suggestions from people on different aspects of live streaming and content creation and business. And it just sparks all of the things that I didn't realize I needed. And when I leveraged that, it transformed everything. So keep it going. The conversation in our community chat right here is going to help all of us to grow and all of us to develop a little bit stronger in our online presence. And we want to
Mm.
hear from you. But I think we're getting close, Grant. Do we feel like we're at the point where we should find out who's won this lifetime?
Let's do it. We've got a couple more coming in here as well. Some are separate audio tracks for podcasts. What about remixing recorded videos for social media repurposing? You can repurpose your videos in the editor as well. I love that people are suggesting things that are already existing established features. So go back in and check those out. So yes, let's do this. Let's
Okay.
a winner. Now, if you've already won a prize, we will redraw.
You
We
won a
want
prize.
to do this. So we've had some great people commenting here. So let's have a drum roll.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Barbara
Barbara!
Conlon. Barbara, congratulations.
Congratulations.
There we go. Let's get you
There we go.
a round of applause there. Fantastic. And do you know what? That is the great thing about getting involved and commenting. You are a winner of a lifetime. I'll say it one more time, a lifetime of the growth plan. So guys, please do congratulate Barbara on winning that, and the team will be in touch. It has been amazing. What a great show.
Oh, such a great episode. We had so many great guests. We got so many great takeaways from today's episode, and we've got some really good conversation going in our comment section that we're going to be watching, we're going to be paying attention to. We're going to be implementing a lot of what we find in next year's version of Be.Live. And we've had 8 full years where we've been listening to you. We've been getting the features that you want. We've been helping you grow, and we can't wait for year 9.
Oh yeah, I mean, year 9 is just so exciting with the advancements of everything that's going on. I just can't wait to see what this next year has got in store, because Be.Live are always at the front, are always developing and growing and giving us the stuff that we need to do the job that we do.
Yeah, Be.Live is so fantastic about supporting their community. I have been with them, I mentioned at the top of the show, since they were in beta, and they have been so great about listening to me, talking to me, supporting me, helping me to grow, and really bringing me into helping develop what is going to work really well for all of us. So this has been such an honor to be here celebrating 8 years of Be.Live, and a little bit longer than 8 because I was here for beta. But we're all excited that you got to join us as well in the comment section. Congratulations to everybody who won prizes today. Be.Live will be reaching out to you to get your information and make those things happen for you. But we want to hear from you as we're wrapping up. Drop your birthday messages for Be.Live into the comment section. We're going to pass them along to all of the people that need to see exactly what you're saying, and the birthday wishes. And we've got it again, Grant. We're doing it again. The birthday wishes in the comments we will send out to everybody who needs to know.
Brilliant, fantastic. Guys, thank you for joining us on this amazing show. And please do pass on those birthday wishes and the thanks to all the team behind the scenes that worked tirelessly to make this work, and everyone in the Be.Live community. They're such a great, friendly bunch. So guys, it's thank you to everybody. And we'll see you again soon.
Bye, everyone. Happy 8th birthday.